Well, we got the intake manifold all machined properly, so it's going to fit onto these EQ Vortec heads. So we'll show you a little bit of what we did. So we set the intake manifold up on a mill, and we went ahead and machined about 60 thousandths off of the end rails. And then we went ahead and opened up, squared off the bolt holes. So we'll be able to set the intake manifold on there and start the bolt holes so everything will line up correctly. And we go ahead and we lay it on there like so. And we have plenty of clearance in the front and back. And the bolt holes look beautiful. You can see the entire bolt hole. The manifold sits in there nice and square. So now we can start our 5/16 18 cap screws in here. A little washer on it. Go ahead and snug it down nice. So the customer gets ahead to intake manifolds, they'll have the same experience. Everything will fall together. Like I say, somebody's going to have to do machining, whether it's us, you, or your engine builder. So now we can go ahead and double check the port alignment. In some situations, like these dual plane intake manifolds, we would use a type of a camera like this that would go inside, and we can see the port alignment that way. On this intake manifold, we can see the roof and the floor on a couple of ports. So we would go in here like so, and you can see that entire intake manifold to cylinder head junction, and it's perfect. The roofs are right there, the floor is just a little high. Same thing on this one here. So that's it as far as fitting an intake manifold onto a cylinder head. When we deal with cast iron intake manifolds, they're a little bit trickier because the holes in the cast iron intake manifolds, 2-barrel, 4-barrel Holley, are smaller than the ones in a conventional aluminum. This Vortec situation is a little bit more difficult because it's harder to open up these holes and there's just a little less play. Ford's pretty much the same way. The Ford intake manifolds going on an angle, and they can really be a challenge. So if you do get an intake manifold and cylinder heads from us, it will already be done. If you are retrofitting something, you just got to be careful and do the proper procedures to get the intake manifold to line up with the ports and to bolt on correctly.